Turn around, pull over here. Hold on.
Listen to the song on the car radio. The guy inside this car should have paid attention to the words. We're heading to West Texas to confront a serial abuser, a real tough guy.
We had only been married 2 weeks. He pulled me out of the truck by my hair and was kicking me with his boots in my ribs.
He's a cowboy in the Abilene, Texas area, and he doesn't just hit women, apparently. He's on the sex offender database, too.
We've heard some things about you, sir. We want to get your side of the story.
A former ranch hand, though, says Quinten Stanford is really a coward.
He runs his mouth, he automatically backs down, and then he wants to either run to mom and dad or see how he can wiggle his way out.
Will he run from Dolcefino Media because he thinks he's got some kind of protection out here?
Everybody in Pecos knows who the Stanfords are from that community. There is a lot of protection going on right there.
We're here to pull back the curtains, expose the injustice. Check out a guy named Quinten Stanford on social media.
I'm a fun guy.
He seems like a real fun guy.
I'm a fun guy. Bullshit! This is bullshit!
Here he is buying his current girlfriend a new truck, takes her to fun events.
On the Uber ride to the hockey game.
Erin Patillo says Quinten was real fun when he married her, too.
2 weeks after we married, he strangled me. I saw stars. I thought I was gonna die.
She didn't know she had married an apparent serial abuser.
I mean, he's never had a consequence for any of his actions.
Erin is really the first to push law enforcement in West Texas to enforce the law against this guy.
I'm the only woman who's gone through with it, and I know for sure that he has beat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us.
Erin married Quinten in 2018. She was his 5th wife.
He had been divorced 9 years from wife number 4 before me. He had told me all of this happened when I was young and we just didn't get along.
A school teacher who moved to Abilene to be with this guy.
And he would tell me I'm his dream girl, you know. He had always prayed for someone like me. And I honestly thought, this man loves me and he's so good with my girls. I trusted him because had that hometown kind of trust. You know, he's from Pecos.
The Stanford Ranch is well known around these parts. They breed horses worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And Quinten's mom, her roots go even deeper. She's a collier, one of Pecos's pioneer families. Quinten's great-grandfather, Harold, his name is here on a plaque for the first rodeo in world history.
He had lots of money, and he is willing to pay whatever it takes to get out of trouble.
She forgave Quinten after he beat her up the first time because she wanted to save her marriage. A lot of women make that mistake. But 18 rocky months later, Erin says divorce became the only option to save her life.
He strangled me again and beat me pretty bad. That next day when I came home after work, he had stabbed my bed where I sleep. He had gone to our house and he stabbed it and he left it where I sleep.
She went to police this time, pressed charges. Then she learned the scars from her marriage may have been worse for her daughters.
And about a week later, after I filed for divorce, is when my daughters told me he had touched them inappropriately.
Her middle daughter says Quinten had molested her private parts under her shirt, her youngest daughter under her pants. And Erin said Quinten often wore no underwear in front of the girls, literally naked from the waist down.
They just kind of belittled it, like they downplayed it. They thought that we were trying to get money from him and make up this whole scandal.
The police investigation made the girls relive all that. We've got the police records. Erin's youngest kept telling investigators she thought Quinten was going to kill her to make my mom sad because I told. But the DA refused to prosecute. Touching the buttocks, he said, is not a crime. And there was a vague statement on the issue of penetration.
And I said, so a grown man can rub an 8-year-old's naked rear end and get off on it, and that's okay? And he said, I'm sorry to say that, but the defense will say he was spanking her, so we're not gonna pursue that case. So he never got arrested for that one.
But prosecutors did arrest Quinten for what the 14-year-old told them. It took 5 years to get justice. In February, Quinten Stanford finally pled guilty to indecency with a child by contact. No prison time, just 5 years deferred adjudication and probation. He had to register as a sex offender.
I'm shocked that he got probation, that he got up there and admitted. Because if he didn't have the money, honestly, if it had been me or anybody else on the street, your ass is looking at 25 years easy.
David Veal was Quinten's ranch hand and friend for a long time, but he says not anymore because he witnessed Quinten beating Erin too, and he told us Quinten told him to lie about it, to cover it up.
Told her to see the opposite, that she was coming after him and he was just defending himself, and she tripped and fell down the steps.
Did you agree to do that?
Hell no, Miss Palacio, I'm not going to lie.
Quinten pled no contest to that charge. Again, Quinten got another light sentence. No jail time. 4 years deferred adjudication. So we drove the 360 miles to Abilene to have some fun.
We've heard some things about you, sir. We want to get your side of the story. Can we talk?
And I thought maybe he was going to try to run us down with the ATV, but he didn't.
We've heard some things. We want to ask you your side of the story.
He just ran, wouldn't stand and face the music. Instead, he drove off into the sunset.
He drove off into the sunset, but he's not a hero.
They got, some fool with a judge. That's just my opinion.
A big name and big money apparently goes a long way in small towns. Judge Paul Rotenberry agreed to combine her daughter's criminal protective order with her mom's divorce case. Even though they were totally separate, Rotenberry also signed a protective order that allowed this violent offender to keep his guns. When Erin complained about this to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, she claims federal agents told her they had never seen such a thing. Even the weak protective order turned out to be a joke too.
He violated that protective order. They arrested him 2 times in Jones County for it, 1 time here in Taylor County, and then they ended up dropping all of those cases.
Erin says the justice system in Taylor and Jones County add to her pain every day, constantly looking the other way, she says, for Quinten Stanford.
You guys are not doing your job. So he got to keep his guns. The whole time I'm thinking I'm going to be killed. I'm so angry at not being protected and dismissed like I mean nothing.
I understand that you don't agree with that.
No, because it's not harassing to you, because he didn't molest your children. And he didn't beat you up and strangle you. He did that to me.
On this call in February, Erin learned Taylor County would not prosecute violations of her protective order. Quinten's being allowed to serve his 2 light sentences at the same time. His probation assigned to be monitored here in Jones County, overseen by John Cook. Cook is supposedly a high school buddy of Quinten's brother. Small town.
We wanted to talk to him about Quinten Stanford. I tried to call Mr. Cook a couple times and haven't been able to get a call back.
We called him, left messages, said we want to talk about Quinten Stanford. We hear that you're getting reports of probation violations. What's going on with that?
Taxpayers in Abilene should demand to know why the local authorities seem to be ignoring these reports of alleged probation violations.
Super fun.
I'm a fun guy.
Take the girlfriend, Nova Nixon. She posts about Quinten all the time. She's a convicted felon. Under the terms of one of his plea deals, Quinten Stanford was told he couldn't associate with people with criminal records, and he couldn't leave Jones County. Did he get permission to go to the Dallas Stars hockey game?
On the Uber ride to the hockey game.
That's out of the county. One of Nova's photos even shows Quinten sitting at a bar. Another violation. He's also been seen at the local Torchy's in Abilene drinking alcohol.
I knew it was him right off the bat, and as I got closer, I saw the alcohol.
Brent Leffingwell, Erin's boyfriend, made sure the Torchy's manager documented Quinten drinking on surveillance video.
Did you see the video?
Yes.
Brent reported it to Mr. Cook, but Cook apparently never called Torchy's to ask for the tape.
The probation officer would have to request for it.
Brent finally heard back from the probation officer 2 months later, but it wasn't about the Torchy's incident. A court order signed in February does not allow Quinten to have guns, but David Veal says he's reported the violations.
Everything from him having weapons, drinking liquor, and driving while intoxicated.
It's time for the officials in Jones and Taylor County to come clean on this deal, because it kind of looks like they may be playing favorites.
Why do we have protective orders and laws if y'all aren't going to follow them?
People who know Quinten Stanford say he's protected by money and a well-known family.
That's all they've ever done, Ms. Palacio, all their lives, is cover up for Quinten's shit shows.
I'm a fun guy.
A lot of the women don't want to get involved because it's the past, and they don't want to deal with his anger and his access to money.
A previous girlfriend pressed charges against Stanford in Brewster County, but told Aaron she dropped the charges because prosecutors weren't doing anything. Sound familiar?
Is my life in danger? Probably. Yeah, it probably is. But I'm not going to shut up. I will not. I refuse to be quiet. I don't want anyone else to have to go through what I went through. It was horrible. It still is horrible.
Her boyfriend hopes her efforts to blow the whistle on this West Texas injustice will help other women who deal with abuse and force law enforcement out in West Texas to do its job.
These people that are getting ignored and they're not getting protected, they do fear for their safety, and Erin's putting herself out there on the line. She is in harm's way because she's not afraid to report the incidents.
He's going to do this again. He's going to hurt another woman. He's going to hurt another child if he hasn't already.
And he is abusive. I'm standing up to him because he's going to do it again. And this next time he'll kill someone. He'll kill someone.